Good morning, millennials. Welcome back to the morning.
So, Rush, but what happened was, Council Sneeches showed up to work, and we were also taken off guard. We had to catch up with her.
No, what really happened was that Jackie and I were both bearing our thighs today, and we needed an extra 10 minutes to mentally prepare.
Yeah, and to approve all images and angles. From what I saw previously, it looked like I had a muscle. Ooh. That was exciting.
So, people
Hard
on YouTube.
work pays off.
People on YouTube, be kind, okay?
Yeah.
How are you?
There are people out here being unbelievably brave.
Yeah.
I'm good, stressed as hell.
Yeah.
Excited for
Well, if you're not stressed
today's
as hell,
events.
Are you really a bride?
No.
No.
You're really not.
That's a good tweet. Margot, write that down.
Thank you, Counselor.
Thank you, Canzarioli.
Council Sneeches, Maestro.
We made a big announcement on our Instagram yesterday.
We did.
That we are releasing some merch on Valentine's Day just because, we love you and we love the toast and we love making money. We have some really cute merch coming out, different stuff. We'll post the items, maybe one a day.
Yeah, no, we have a whole rollout plan for you guys. It's really exciting, and also exciting is the sorority sweatshirts will be back for sale. They were supposed to be a one-time only thing, but you guys love them so much, and some of you didn't get a chance to get them. And everyone deserves to be a part of the Morning Show sorority. That's the point of the sorority. It's inclusive.
And the best sellers, obviously, pop sockets, hats, etc.
Yeah.
What else happened to me last night? I feel like really nothing. I watched Siesta Key. We'll recap it at the end.
Me too.
So on top of my TV this week. It's really I'm keeping up with all my homework.
Siesta Key is really hard for me because MTV isn't on YouTube TV, so I watch it on the app on my TV, which just means I have to watch it live. And I can't pause, and it's so much pressure, that someone doesn't walk in, and I just couldn't stay paying attention to it last night, but I tried.
Last night's episode was also bad, which is why.
Maybe that's why.
As a human with the pausability, I also didn't enjoy it, but we also get screeners. I don't know, do you get them?
I know, but I like to watch them on my TV.
Just letting you know.
With, with the zeitgeist and Twitter and Snitch's stories,
So we have Jackie and Jennifer, obviously, from Real Housewives in New Jersey. They'll be joining us in about 30 or so minutes. So if you haven't left a question yet, feel free to leave a comment on our Instagram with the photo of them. So much to discuss with them. New Real Housewives in New Jersey tonight. Is it the finale tonight?
I don't think so.
No, okay.
I wasn't getting finale vibes.
No, me neither. And I hate when the finale is just sprung on you.
Right. And you didn't get the vibes.
Before we do that, it is
our pleasure.
No,
without further ado.
Without further ado, with great honor, that we present to you the Fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
Okay. First story that is just, everyone's talking about. It's so sweet. Jennifer Lawrence is engaged to Cooke Maroney.
Who?
Art dealer. Jennifer Lawrence
Shady.
And Cooke Maroney are engaged, sources exclusively told Page Six. Buzz of the engagement began after the two were spotted having a cozy dinner at Raoul's, and Lawrence, 28, was rocking a massive ring on her finger.
Ooh.
Lawrence's rep confirmed that the two will be tying the knot, but we hear that Lawrence has been sharing the news with those closest to her. At Raoul's, quote, "It was a giant rock. They seemed like they were celebrating and people were talking about it. The ring was very noticeable. They were sitting back in a corner. She was wearing a cute black dress with white polka dots," a spy told us.
Cute.
The low-key couple were also spotted dining at Elio's on the Upper East Side over the weekend.
Oh, I love me some Elio's. I just have a million thoughts. One, art dealer, that's the shadiest profession. And I'm sure there are some legit art dealers, and I'm sure Cooke Maroney is probably one of them. But when I think art dealer, I just think of Peter Skarsgård in An Education.
What is that?
What?
What's An Education?
The movie? Oh my God, you never saw An Education?
No.
My friend's mom, Wilma, when we were in high school, said, "You all have to see this movie. Every young girl should see it." And she was right. I can't believe you haven't seen An Education. I'm not going to spoil anything for you. It is such an important film, Jackie. You have to watch it.
Is it as important as the children's place that you made us watch?
Much more important. I mean, the girl who is the main character is incredibly annoying. She's that girl, I think she was also Gatsby.
Daisy.
Does she have brown hair, though, in real life?
I don't know.
She's like a Maggie Gyllenhaal, Jennifer Goodwin vibe.
She's head of the Pixie crew.
I can't... You know who really branched out from the Pixie crew?
Michelle Williams.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was one of them, but now she grew her hair out and she's her own person.
She bought a wig.
She was
And now I love her. And she made two great choices in life. One was Greatest Showman, and two was I Feel Pretty.
Yeah, totally.
Avery LeClaire.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, back to Jenna Maroney's brother marrying Jennifer Lawrence.
I'm so excited for her. I love her so much. She's so beautiful. I just wish, she would step out more often and give us some more inspo, because everyone was using the same picture of her in a little summer dress. And I was just I need more dresses like this.
She's so private, but she also has a weird dating history. She never dates someone who's just universally hot,
No.
That first guy, Nicholas Hoult, now I think he's hot. because he had sex with Jennifer Lawrence. But like before that, I'm like, who was this skinny British man she was dating? Then it was that Darren Aronofsky fella who was mad old and wrinkly, and I was like, not really my type, but to each their own.
That was a weird time for her.
This guy, is he cute? I didn't even look at his face.
Yeah, he's cute. He's cute and he's contemporary.
Yeah, with his camo jacket and t-shirt, very Scott Disick.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good match for her. She clearly doesn't like to date someone who's in the spotlight, and I just want her to be happy. And I feel like she has actually a really normal life.
Yes, she maintains a semblance of
a normal life, considering
thing.
she's actually the biggest actress in the world.
Yeah, but it's because she lives in New York. Like us celebrities that live in New York know how easy it is to maintain a normal life.
Right, stay grounded while you're the #1 morning show.
Right.
Right now.
Yeah, like playing right now. The Today Show just ended. She's very private. It's like, as a consumer of her work and a fan of hers, it's a little annoying, but I respect her privacy.
Right, like I could go for some Instagram shots of her, like
I could just go for an Instagram.
Right, but I'll take what I can get. I would love to see the ring, and she's gonna make a beautiful brat.
Do you remember when that picture of her went viral with all of her male castmates in Paris? It was freezing and she was wearing this dress with no sleeves and everyone else was like bundled up in coats, and like it went viral like, this is an indication of feminism, the expectations, and it was like this really well thought out paragraph on feminism, and she just responded like, no, it was a beautiful dress and I didn't want to wear a coat. That was just so great. Like sometimes it's not that complicated.
Sometimes it isn't.
But sometimes it is.
Right.
This
yeah,
was
like
not
no
one
one
of
was
those times.
forcing Jennifer Lawrence to take her coat off.
No, she was like, I like literally was wearing this expensive dress. Why would I wear a coat?
Yeah, that's the thing about, I was thinking about this last night because we have to wear gowns tonight.
That's what I was gonna say, speaking of expensive dresses.
Speaking of expensive dresses and the coats you wear with them, like when you wear a dress to the floor, inevitably your coat is gonna be shorter because you don't want, some people do wear a coat to the floor, but that is a bold look.
Yeah.
So you wear your coat, even if it's a fancy coat, like it goes to the calf.
Yeah.
And it's just a weird look.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I actually, as I was falling asleep last night, I decided that today I'm not wearing a coat.
And then, right, and then I was thinking, like, what do the fanciest people do? Like on Gossip Girl, when they had
What
to
do
wear
they do?
gowns. They wear the fucking coat to the calf, and it's weird.
That is weird. Well, Jack and I are wearing fancy gowns tonight because we are going to the Amphar Gala, which is a great cause, but also a great scene and a great place to take pictures. TPG has invited us, and we are so grateful. Like,
Eternally grateful.
We haven't stopped talking about how excited we are, but also how grateful we are for him to have given his precious seats to just like two nobodies, you know?
Three with Ben.
Oh yeah, Ben's coming too. I had forgotten all about it, and then yesterday you sent a picture of the dress you got, which apparently you've been thinking about for weeks and decided not to tell me.
That's so not true. I was thinking about it for a week, and a week ago I was in the chat sending pictures
Well, I
of
was
ugly
already
dresses.
in Mexico.
Of ugly dresses at Saks.
I was already in Mexico, and there was nothing to do about it, so I landed yesterday, and you literally reminded me that the thing was tomorrow, aka today. So yesterday I cleared my entire schedule. I went to Bloomingdale's just as like a formality to check stuff out before I headed to like the better gown stores, Saks, like Treachery. And I just found a gown that was in my size, that fit, and was $300. Like $300 for the Amphar Gala, no one's gonna be wearing a cheaper dress than me. And honestly, that is a title I graciously accept.
I don't know. I think you might get a run for your money, or for
Why, like Meghan Markle wearing her Zara or some shit?
like some like model wearing
Thinking they're being
ASOS.
brave, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but still, like I was really proud. I just know everyone's gonna love my dress. I'm like so excited about it because like I actually look tall.
That's the thing about a gown; it makes you look tall. Also, I went to Saks, and I know we took a hot steaming dump on them the last time we went, and like they made it right, and like they sent us really cute packages and a gift card that I don't think it worked, but I
wouldn't know because Jackie took mine.
I went back because they made it right. So I was like, you know what? I'm all about second chances.
And they were having renovations at the time. Like, let's be fair.
Okay. By the way, they're still having renovations. They're
You're kidding.
always having renovations. I went back, and I'm not going to tear it down because I'm just not in the mood and we don't have the time.
Yeah.
I just want to make a suggestion.
Okay.
That undercover boss needs to go to Saks Fifth Avenue. You will be in a world of shook. The people are on their phones, like the people who work there, like not trying to help anyone. And when they see them on their phone, they're like, oh, a client is texting me.
Shut up. Well, maybe they're going out of business because that really feels like the vibe.
They're
like
acting like a bunch of people who are going out of business. I just want to say, I think undercover boss, I don't know who the boss of Saks Fifth Avenue is, but you should go undercover. And then, you see for yourself.
I love undercover boss.
I love it.
I'm motivated to become successful and have a thriving business with different employees just so that I can go an undercover boss and pay off their debts.
Claudia, Heather said her dress is $60.
Fuck! Where did that bitch get a dress for $60? How do you know that?
She said on her Insta
Heather
story.
McMahon is coming too. Fuck. Oh, and Heather McMahon's coming on the toast tomorrow, obviously, to recap our night together.
And her engagement.
And Jackie's just gonna try and get a word in.
Yes, you know what? I've been tired. I could use to take
Jackie,
a back
you know
seat.
what? If you want to take the day off tomorrow, I don't think anyone would notice.
Honestly, that might be a good.
I think you could use a
actually-
mental health day.
No, I have shit to do.
Oh,
I have
sorry.
to go to the courthouse.
Going to the chapel. chapel and I'm gonna get married. Did we just harmonize?
Yep.
Ay, ay, ay. Pew, pew, pew.
Okay, yeah, TBD on that actually, but I need to get a courthouse look, and I'm not prepared.
What was the story we just reported?
Jennifer Lawrence is going to the chapel and she's gonna get married.
Did it.
Next story. Ariana Grande is not attending the Grammys after disagreements with the producers.
She's not attending or she's not performing?
Both. Due
Due
to a disagreement with Grammy producers over which songs she would perform, Ariana Grande, who has been featured on billboards promoting the show all over LA, not only won't be performing it at the February 10th show, she will not even be attending it, according to sources close to the situation. An insider tells Variety that Grande felt, quote, insulted after producers initially refused to allow her to perform Seven Rings, the latest single from her forthcoming album. A compromise was reached where Seven Rings would be a part of a medley, but Grande pulled out after producers insisted that the second song be of their choosing. Fuck you guys, what do you know?
I don't know. I think about it like, okay, if this was like the Billboard or American or one of the 1,000 other fake shows as an opportunity just to promote your new single, great. But like, she had a remarkable year. She's nominated for Sweetener. Like, it's only appropriate that she perform something from Sweetener.
No, whenever people perform, they perform their newest songs.
No, at every other award show, but not the Grammys.
Yes, the Grammys, but then the Grammys is also like fusions. So
Right.
it could have been Seven Rings with, I don't know, Julie Andrews singing My Favorite Things.
I mean, it's just so incredibly odd to me that Ariana Grande won't be going to something because for her, this has been the year of getting out of bed and going places when I just wish she would relax and take a nap because she's so busy. So I actually like, as much as I will miss her, I'm actually happy she's gonna like take the night off.
I agree, and you know what? If she's not performing Seven Rings, then everyone can go fuck themselves. And they're wrong, they're dead wrong. That is the greatest song ever. The more I listen to it, I'm making a call, it's better than Thank You Next even.
Yeah.
It's epic, and it would have been so good, and the Grammys just didn't take a chance on an unknown scene, and I don't appreciate that.
Well, now that these reports are coming out, it's also being reported that Taylor Swift declined the invitation to come. No bad feelings, bad blood. I like a Taylor Swift reference. She's just not going to go because it is the BAFTA Awards, and she's going to support her boyfriend, the actor Joe Alwyn, as he's nominated for The Favorite, which is a movie I've heard a lot about, but haven't seen, and have no interest in seeing.
It's not your favorite?
Not at all. And I feel like, yes, she's definitely like wanting to go support her boyfriend, but she's probably salty that she didn't get nominated for Album of the Year.
Yeah, she doesn't need to show up.
Whatever. It doesn't even matter because it's the night of Casey Musgraves. I know she's going to win. I just have a feeling in my bones.
Casey Musgraves, Lady Gaga.
Even though that leak that I didn't think was real, but a lot of people do, said that someone else won Album of the Year, not
Right, they said that her
Casey
won Album of the Year, but they did say Chloe X Halle won Best New Artist, and after seeing them perform America's the Beautiful at the Super Bowl, you have to watch it. It was incredible.
I actually heard so much about it, and you never hear about America the Beautiful.
You don't.
And I have to say something. Chloe X Halle, I hadn't heard of, and you know who I blame? Jay-Z. Because I think he's like in charge of them.
Beyonce, she's their protege.
Right, and like they definitely forced Chloe X Halle to go on Tidal, and like it's no wonder I didn't hear their music. You know,
yeah.
like they're always like Tidal is just like not a thing, and everyone needs to stop pretending like it is. And maybe if they had partnered with Spotify, like I would have heard it.
Perhaps.
But now I'm like behind on Chloe X Halle. Thanks, Jay-Z.
I need to catch up. I was so impressed by the music and by their looks, and they're so beautiful and stylish and cute, and I think they're sisters, and I just have a special place in my heart for sisters.
Of course.
You know, we're sisters who support other sisters.
Whoever booked that gig for them, great opportunity for them to
and they were Atlanta natives. They really respected the hell out of Atlanta.
And they were catapulted into the mainstream when they've been sidelined by Tidal all these years.
Right, and then Gladys Knight performed the Star Spangled Banner, and she crushed it, and it was so great. It was so great. It's never so great.
Yeah, except when Lady Gaga.
It's barely good. Except for Lady Gaga, except for Pink. But who sang America the Beautiful last year?
No, it's always like a throwaway like bullshit thing where they like show the people in Iraq and like that's what we want to see, but they don't let us.
And then they showed, the sea to shining sea. They showed, the 4 presidents on the mountain.
Mount Rushmore.
They showed, all the different landscapes. They showed the Hollywood sign, which was like, ew.
Why did they do that?
They were just showing different like beautiful
landmarks.
American landmarks, but I just feel the Hollywood sign was just like creepy.
But the Hollywood sign is not a landmark. Like, it's just like...
They weren't showing landmarks specifically.
No, I'm not saying it's not like registered as a landmark. It's just like, who cares?
They were just showing like iconic American scenery.
Okay.
I would say it's iconic. It's just a little creepy these days.
Yeah, it really is.
It
should be taken down as like a symbol of like the patriarchy being taken down. Because those letters were dug in with just blood, sweat, and abuse of power.
Yes, exactly. Okay, next story is a little personal, I'm not gonna lie. Rachel Lindsay gets real with Bachelor ex Nick Viall talking about their season. While sitting down together for the former Bachelor's The Viall Files podcast, he and the Bachelorette alum reflected on the time they spent together on his season. As Bachelor Nation fans well know, Rachel ended up being eliminated in week 9, leaving him to choose between Raven and Vanessa, who he ultimately proposed to. In August of 2017, the ex jointly confirmed to E! News that they had ended their engagement. Meanwhile, Lindsay went on to star as The Bachelorette. Okay,
That's not the important part.
Lindsay recalled a few moments in particular that she had never spoken about, including during the 4th week when Viall and the women traveled to Wisconsin. Quote, I had been drinking. I was so upset that day, she recalled in a sneak peek of the interview shared with E! News. I've never told this story. As she described, they had a horrible day on a farm and then saw Viall and Grimaldi, quote, have a secret moment. Viall defended his ex-fiancé, claiming producers told her to find him. Either way, the other contestants saw it, and Lindsay got frustrated because she thought it was obvious who he wanted to be with. So I was like, why are we even here?
Totally.
She said, also noting that she had tried to quit the season 3 times.
Ooh.
Ultimately, after being notified by a producer, Viall found Lindsay sobbing in the bathroom, and she told him she didn't want to be there. In her words, it was the most embarrassing moment. The former contestant also remembered seeing a book Grimaldi was going to show him that she used to work with her students. At the moment during the 2nd week, Lindsay said, this bitch is gonna win. But unfortunately, they knew who he was going to pick. Quote, I never felt like you led me on, she assured him. In fact, it was so clear to Lindsay where she stood in the show that she hugged the crew goodbye before the rose ceremony she was eliminated in.
Oh.
It's been real fun. This is it for me tonight, she remembered telling the camera and sound people. I remember I was like, it's not me. Okay, then the part that E! News failed to mention is that the morning toast came up in this podcast episode.
And honestly, all I felt was shame.
Nick Viall said, oh, I know that podcast. They really don't like me.
And you know what? It was definitely an opportunity for him on his own podcast, like say something not nice about
trash us.
And he didn't. And like I immediately like felt really bad. And it's just really proof like you don't know anyone. And honestly, Margot, hand me the basket. Don't walk in front of the camera. The basket with Nick's face in it, which happens to be the basket of people we take umbrage. And he was the inspiration behind the basket. But people can change. And I feel like the opinion I have of Nick Viall, I can't move my thighs, sorry. The opinion that I have of Nick Viall is that of him maybe 4 years ago when he's sitting on the couch asking Andy Dorfman why she had sex with him. And like, I still think that was a fucked up thing to do, but maybe I don't know Nick Viall. When he literally didn't say one negative thing about us on his podcast when his co-host and Rachel were both like, I love the morning toast. And he was like, yeah, they hate me. He could have said something.
And when we never miss an opportunity
to say something not nice about him. And you know what? He is a better person than we are. And this is a really self-reflective moment for me. When I heard it, I had like a pit in my stomach and I felt shame because I had a pit first. I'm like, oh, what is he gonna say about us? There's so many negative things he could say, you know? And they wouldn't, not be incorrect. So he didn't, and I'm just, wow. Like, I'm feeling really ashamed of myself.
I'm feeling ashamed of myself.
I'm officially taking Nick Viall out of the basket of people.
I support this movement.
Consider the feud ended on our part.
The feud has been
We
ended.
apologize. We really do.
We really do. When I heard that we came up on the podcast and he was like, "Oh, those girls don't like me," then I was like, "Wait, why didn't we like him?" I couldn't even remember the original crime.
We just didn't want him chosen as Bachelor, which is we're entitled to our opinion, and that's it.
Yeah, we took it a little far, and now we're reeling it back in.
Yeah, we apologize.
Yeah, we can admit when we're wrong,
and we can admit when we've misjudged. I've been misjudged, and I have misjudged, and I misjudged Nick Viall maybe.
I think so too. Someone wrote, I feel like I'm witnessing history.
I know. Like, I just couldn't believe he didn't say anything like nasty about us.
Right. I mean, we
like
haven't
just
listened
for
to
clickbait.
it yet.
No, someone put the audio in the toast. I heard it this morning.
Oh, okay. And then they just moved on.
Yeah, they were
How did we come up?
They were talking about, Rachel said, like, I don't feel like you led me astray. And then the co-host was like, actually, I watched Raven Gates on the Morning Toast, and she said that she really thought she was going to win because you were giving her signs, and that, like, she was really surprised when she didn't win.
Who is this co-host who's done such extensive research?
She was like literally mentioning things Raven said. I don't even remember Raven being here, let alone what she said, because I have dementia.
Who was the co-host?
I don't know. She was like, I love the morning show. She said that, and Raven was like, I do too. So it looks like I have a new best friend.
I'm so impressed, and I'm so impressed in Nick Viall for choosing a co-host who's so well versed in pop culture
and has such great taste.
And has such great taste.
So it was just like a real moment for me. I feel like I feel like
a weight has been lifted.
No, I feel like in the last 2 hours I grew up. You know, I feel like a mature woman.
No, it's like
in my sweater
nothing
dress.
happens for decades, and then decades happen in moments.
Decades happen in a day.
And a decade happened today. Wow. Who else can we relieve hate from?
That's it. Unless Black China's going to come out and say some nice things about us, she's still on my list.
Wow.
You feel okay?
I do. I feel good.
I know. I feel good too.
It's nice to get rid of a grudge.
It's also nice to be nice to people.
It really is. Let's say kind things.
Okay.
Counselor Snitch, you're an incredible counselor.
A decent intern, but a great counselor.
You're getting better. Claudia, you look beautiful today.
I know.
I don't look beautiful today.
No, you do.
I look
You do.
run down.
No, you look just so inspiring today.
Thank you. I'm trying to wear less makeup so that my skin can breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
And I've been like, after the show, I've been going home and looking in the mirror, and it's like crust.
I know the feeling.
So I didn't even wear highlighter today because it was contributing to a crust.
That's the thing about highlighters. The thing is,
They're crusty.
Yeah.
Okay, next story. This
Final
is a little
story, no?
scary. No, fourth story. But now we're into the news section. FAA investigators assessing mechanics' complaints may be interpreting regulations differently. Okay, they need to speak English. Basically, mechanics for American Airlines and Southwest Airlines have been feeling pressure to not report mechanical issues to get flights out on time.
Holy shit.
Mechanics unions are strongly criticizing American and Southwest Airlines after an 8-month CBS News investigation raised questions about the oversight of aircraft maintenance. In interviews with 26 airline mechanics at Southwest and American Airlines, all expressed concerns about undue pressure to cut corners and not write up issues to get planes back in service faster. The claims are consistent with FAA whistleblower complaints and at least 32 anonymous industry-wide reports since 2015.
Well, in the past 8 months, I've actually never flown Southwest. We flew American Airlines to Miami, and you know what? I didn't feel safe.
And I
know
didn't
why.
feel comfortable, and I didn't feel happy.
And I got my bag checked when it was like totally able to fit above the overhead bin space, which was really fucking annoying.
And I've flown Southwest once, and I think my preconceived notions about it were so bad that you like get trampled on your way to the plane.
Yeah, well, because someone said it's general admission, like a concert.
But you can pay to be in like a zone. Everyone gets a spot in line, so you're number 1, 2, 3, 4, up to like 200, however many seats are on the plane. And the number 1 chooses their seat first, number 2, number 3. So we were like number 10. So I got.
But that
a
just
seat,
seems so
But you have to
confusing.
like pay for that spot in line, so it's not like you are getting trampled.
No, but
So it was actually fine, and they served wheat thins, and I hadn't had a wheat thin in so long, and I enjoyed myself.
I keep wheat thins in my pantry.
But then since then, 2 people have almost been sucked out of the plane. So for that reason, I'm out on Southwest.
Yeah.
I hate to see it happen.
And I was bullied by an American airline agent a couple months ago, and I'm done with them.
Yes.
Like hardcore bullied. I had tears in my eyes.
But anyways-
like I wasn't holding back. She had tears in her eyes too. You know.
I wonder if TPG is going to be, like all torn up about this tonight.
Well, I will ask him. I just think that like when corporate greed, goes as far as to put us in jeopardy in terms of our safety, I just think that's really
Greedy.
borderline unethical, but really just sad, How quick we are to make a buck but you know what? Then I'm also that person on the plane complaining like, we're delayed. And I'm just like, fuck the mechanical issue.
Right, they're like, there's something broken. So
it depends. Like on my flight to, where was I just? Oh, in Mexico. The coffee machine wasn't working. And they had like this guy on. Or like one time there was one seat where the seatbelt was stuck in between it and literally couldn't come out. They had to get like 3 technicians on to like remove the seat. And it's just like, you know what, make that person get off the plane, okay? And give them a first class seat on the next flight. Like, so you know what, that's where I think cutting corners. I need more specifics. Is it like, oh, this engine might die, but probably not.
But we have a 2-engine plane.
Right, just ask Sully. I had a thought on the plane. Yes. Actually, I had a hilarious thought, and I was trying to formulate it into a joke, but I didn't, and now I'm gonna try.
Now here you are.
The thing about perspective is that it's really funny, okay? It's all about perspective, you guys. Because some people consider Sully an American hero. But some people consider him a bird murderer. A birderer. Like, what about those birds? Where's PETA, Just saying.
Yeah.
Yes, he saved a lot of people, but he killed a whole fuck ton of birds. Just my thoughts.
But the birds are the villains. The birds came for the people.
You know what?
Sully saved the people.
No, they didn't come for it. They were
No.
sucked in against their will.
Oh no, here's the thing. Sully is in a big plane in the sky. He can't see above him or below him really. And the birds are these tiny things that see a big plane and they go right into it.
I'm just going to talk to TPG about maybe writing an op-ed piece for thepointsguy.com because I do feel like this is, uncharted
Sully
territory.
birds.
Yeah. And the headline will be this: Sully, American hero or devious predator? Question mark.
I mean, he's definitely devious because I still haven't gotten my pictures from the meet and greet.
Jackie was snubbed AF by Sully.
But it's really crazy because up until that moment in my life, like I thought about Sully.
Once a
Started
week.
once a day, then it turned into once a week. Like I was constantly thinking about Sully, and now after that, like I'm done with him.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Done with him.
Okay, last story before we bring out our housewives.
Okay. Interesting story from National Geographic that could just affect future generations.
Have we ever written from National Geographic, read from National Geographic?
I don't know. But in the next century, satellites will watch as the ocean's blues and greens intensify. By 2100, is that what we're going to call it? The ocean as we know it is likely to change color.
Ooh.
That was the conclusion of a study published Monday in the journal Nature Communications. Okay, this sounds a little...
Jackie, think of the Instagrams of the purple ocean.
No, and it's like now that it's green, you can turn it like with presets.
Right.
You can make it like...
Futuristic. We don't have to wait till 2100. We're changing the color of the ocean on our Instagrams left and right.
Okay, Nature Communications, I'm unfamiliar with them.
So just like another study, like the obese cancer one
National
yesterday.
Geographic is quoting them, I'm going.
Agreed.
That modeled how phytoplankton will change as oceans continue to warm. Under a business as usual scenario in which greenhouse gas emissions continue unabated, the bluest subtropical zones of the ocean will become bluer, and greener regions along the equator and poles will become greener. More than just an oddity, the changing colors are warning signs, say the study authors, of drastic global changes that will take place in a world warmed by climate change.
Fucking Leonardo DiCaprio, it's like literally your job to fix this. That's what your whole Instagram account is devoted to. So if we're not gonna get cute pictures of you, like, fix it.
So it's gonna be more blue and more green. Okay, when I first saw this story, I thought it was changing
No,
colors,
like an orange
not
ocean.
becoming more saturated.
Yeah.
So
And apparently it's a bad thing, but like, it sounds like a good thing. Like the colors are good, no?
I love color.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it sounds like it's a result of a bad thing.
No, I'm just saying, like, they're saying, like, it's gonna happen, and it's bad. But I'm like, really? It just sounds more and more beautiful. I'm looking forward to it. No, I'm kidding. Climate change is not a joke.
Yeah.
Don't even
but
try.
I don't know. To go from blue to bluer isn't really news.
Right, thanks to National Geographic. Like, there are birds that are dying in the sky. Take care of that first. See, you know what we call that? A callback. Hey. Before we bring out the Real Housewives of New Jersey, I just have some shameless self-promo I'd like to discuss.
Ooh, okay.
I have now, due to very popular demand, people are just hounding me, added another show in Irvine and another show in Houston. So it's a third show in Houston and a second in Irvine. Pre-sale for my Patreon lovers goes on sale tomorrow, noon, so right after we wrap the show. I am thinking that I'm going to add another Foxwoods show because a lot of people have been asking. I didn't think I was even going to sell it the first one. I really thought I was going to have to cancel it. So now the fact that I have to add a second one, like, I just love the toasters so much, and I just want to buy them all presents for making me look cool to other people, you know? Mm-hmm. So stay tuned for that. And I believe we are adding another Dallas show because the first one sold out so quickly. Like, literally, I signed with a new agency, and they were like, that was the first show we put on sale together, and they were like, oh, she's legit. Now everyone respects me. Thanks, toasters. Okay.
Are you ready?
If you have a question for Jennifer or Jackie, please feel free to leave it on our Instagram account or leave it on a comment as a YouTube stream. We are going to take a quick break, and we will be back with 2 premium-ass New Jersey housewives. We'll see you then. Thanks. Okay, we are back and we're very excited to have both of our two new favorite Real Housewives of New Jersey, Jackie and Jennifer. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Very confusing getting two new housewives, Jackie and Jennifer. Like the Jays, it was confusing in the beginning, but now you both established yourselves that you're your own personalities, and we really appreciate the work that you're doing to bring back this season of Real Housewives of New Jersey because it is good.
We're bringing the Jays.
Yeah, you are.
It is great.
Have you guys, had you watched the show previously? Yeah. Did you know anything about it? Like, do you guys live in the same town as any of the other ladies?
Bergen County, actually.
Okay.
So I'm I'm in the town next door to Margaret.
Okay.
But and you don't live that close to anybody.
No, I don't live there. I'm in Paramus. But I mean, I'm originally from Long Island. I moved to Jersey 7 years ago. And, now I love it.
Well, this season has just been so good. So many moments that just really shook me to my core. Last week especially, Monkey's asshole. Like, just the greatest thing really that ever happened to television.
agree.
It was so funny and like we can't stop
We
saying
can't stop
it.
saying monkey's asshole that
you
fucking
sucked.
suck.
I
Probably.
think, like, people see me on the street and they're like, from Housewives, I'm like, monkey's asshole, baby. Never looked so good, sweetheart. Think and plump.
It's so funny. What has it been like to, like, around town, but also just like doing press, like having people come up and now recognize you from the show because the show is so popular?
I mean, I've been having a lot of love from the monkey's asshole. People are coming up to me telling me they think a monkey's asshole is cute, which I agree 100%. Everyone's been inquiring about my lip routine.
Right.
It's
Oh, you
crazy.
have
So what did
Lip
you
liner.
use that night to achieve the perfect monkey's asshole?
To achieve the perfect monkey's asshole, I use actually the Kylie Jenner lip kits in the mattes in cocoa or candy. However, I don't use the lip liner that comes with it. I like to use a deeper, like wine colored, because I like the contrast. It's like my signature thing. I know it's the 90s. I don't give up. It's my thing. And I like to make the lip a little bit more nude. And then when I blend it with the lip liner, it's all nice and pink and outlined for your pleasure.
And I don't have a monkey's asshole.
No, she does not.
Mine's a little thinner. It's more like a squirrel's asshole.
Oh my
but
God.
I still get a lot of love.
Yes,
Not for
yeah.
my lips, but in general.
For other things.
Yeah,
Yes.
for other things.
You both have beautiful lips.
I think Jackie, your lips are uber cute.
Oh, thank you.
They're not monkey's asshole, but they're very cute.
Well, I have a question, because in this present moment, and I know this was filmed a while ago, but you two were kind of divided in the sense that you're really close with Margaret and Melissa, and you have become really close with Teresa, and there's a divide in the group. How do you guys, as you guys do have a friendship in and of yourself, and there were some cracks with the article and all that, but how do you manage to stay friends without like taking sides,
I think that what I have with Teresa has nothing to do with Jennifer and my relationship.
Right.
So I think we're pretty good at separating the two. We don't see each other that often. I mean, I really like Jennifer and she really likes me, I think. But we don't get together on like a regular basis. I would say I'm definitely very, very close with Margaret and Melissa, and she's pretty close with Teresa.
Yeah.
But that doesn't spill over into what we're okay with.
Yeah, we're both like reasonable adults, when I'm not drinking tequila.
Right.
So I think we were able to just,
Yeah.
Well,
be friends.
What we loved so much when we were saying about your fight with Margaret was like it was an iconic fight and we got great one-liners. But then you guys immediately apologized and moved on, so it wasn't like a pit in your stomach. Where do you guys stand right now with you and Margaret?
You know what, I have to say, I'm an Aries and so is Margaret. And one thing about our sign is that we don't hold a grudge. We get over things. I mean, I know with me being an Aries, I get over things within 5 minutes. It's like one of the things that have been like a secret underlying grace period thing that I get along with my husband so well, because I get over things and I never hold a grudge. So she's the same way. So like we could say something, get really mad about it, the heat of the moment, and then 5 minutes later, I'm literally over it. I mean, I was watching and I'm like, I'm giggling, but yeah, that's me. I giggle.
Yeah.
I also have a nervous laugh, so when I'm uncomfortable.
Was there like a moment that you guys were dreading watching, or that hasn't happened yet, or any time this season that like you knew you did or said something that like you just didn't want to relive?
I think tonight's episode I'm gonna dread watching, only because I'm tequila toxic, and it's not good. And I'm not a fun drunk. I'm actually not a big drinker. What people don't, my brother, and they're like, your sister's an alcoholic, and he's like, you don't understand. She does not drink. I don't drink that much because I can't handle my alcohol.
Right.
Like, my husband will kick me under the table, and then I need a bed.
Right.
I peak at 20 minutes, which is very not nice.
But a lot can happen in 20 minutes.
A lot can happen in 20 minutes, and then I need to go to sleep, and I need sweatpants. So it's not fun. So I really like my water with ice.
Got it.
But when I'm with these ladies, and also we were in Mexico, you know, like what are you
Right.
gonna have? Either a Corona, which I don't drink beer, or some tequila.
Yeah.
You know, it's tequila
See, I'm really
time.
lucky. I drink, I loosen
She's a
up,
fun drunk.
I get the party started,
Yes.
I have a party
Melissa
in my
too.
head, I'm dancing on the table. Like
They're fun drunks.
I don't
not so much.
like get to that point.
It's a
I
blessing.
don't.
Yeah, it really is.
It really could go either way. So if assuming you two come back next season, would you drink again on the show next season?
I think I'm gonna change my choice of alcohol for now.
that's a good
I'm gonna
idea.
say. I'm gonna say. I mean, listen.
experiment.
We went to a wine tasting, so I'm
that's
also
so
a team
funny.
player. I don't want to go to a wine tasting and not drink wine.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I don't want to go to Mexico and not have an alcoholic beverage. But however, like I'll go to an event, like Margaret's event that you'll see tonight, and I don't drink it. I don't need a cocktail.
Right.
It might be legal to smoke weed in Jersey by that point, so we're just gonna try that out on
maybe.
her.
That
We're
would
gonna
be
slip her
great.
a couple of joints.
I would
you know.
love to watch that.
That would be fun.
Did your brother get married yet?
No, we're waiting for a visa for his fiance.
God, the drama.
She got denied a touristic visa, so we just hired an attorney, and we're doing everything by the book, and we're getting a fiance visa, and that could take some like 3 to 6 months, which we're in the home stretch of that. So
Okay.
hopefully within the next month or two, she'll be here. I hope.
How many bathrooms are in your house?
16.
Oh my God.
Which one do you use? Like, you use separate one for pee and
Honestly,
poop?
I use so the master has 2. And there's 9 bedrooms. So there's 10 right off the bat just for the bedrooms. So if you think about it, the rest of the house has 6. It's really not that much.
Sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
There seems to be a common thread this season with the fights. It's like, it's just regular girl drama until someone's like family or kids or husband gets brought up, and then it's like
Sure.
crossing the line. Do you think like anyone will, like that will change? It's just like, it seems as a viewer, it's so obvious. It's like everyone can really get along until you start talking about people's kids, husbands. So like, why don't we just stop?
I think that people know it's such a trigger that if you're fighting with somebody and you're getting really heated and you're not getting to the place you want to go, like that's the button you push.
To hurt them.
Right.
Right.
That's the button you push to hurt them, and it's hard to resist. You know,
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't do it. Like if I just don't like it hurting people's children, and I know how angry I would be if someone said anything about my husband. I'm really protective of him, but it is very tempting to push that button because you
Right.
know that
Right.
it'll piss someone off.
So then do you get why Jennifer was so upset about that article?
I get it, but I don't think that the article was insulting.
No, it
but
wasn't insulting,
I
but
was sorry
coming-
about hurting her. Yeah.
Totally. And coming from a parent's perspective, anyone who has small children, you know, when you bring them to school, they make you sign a release if you want any of their pictures being allowed to be posted on Facebook. My point is, people don't even like pictures of their kids being posted on social media.
Yeah.
Regardless, even if you said that my kids were the biggest joy, how can a parent not be offended by saying, it's almost like, wait a second, take that picture down and take that article down.
Yeah,
That's
it was
really what
complimentary. If she had asked you
You know what?
permission before, what would you have
That's
said?
not really what
No, like if she had asked me, I mean,
writers
obviously,
do.
Yeah.
I mean,
if she asked me that she was writing the article, I mean, I don't think I would have been happy about it, but maybe I would have respected, I mean, and who knows?
Yeah.
Only God knows, but I would have respected her for coming to me first.
Totally. How have your families enjoyed being on the show? One, filming, and 2, like the reception and just being
Afterwards.
my kids love it. They love watching it back. They really do. I go out with friends to watch some of the episodes, but the ones when I'm home with them, like they just can't get enough. They love seeing themselves on screen. And my husband started off
That's so cute.
really like, I don't want to be a big part of it. Like, it's about you. It's not about me. And he was resistant at first. And now he has drank the Kool-Aid. I know we've used
Me
that
too.
line a lot, but
Me
it's
too.
like, he
Ditto.
is fully a house husband.
Ditto, my husband
Yeah.
too.
Well, the husbands this season really like have their own
Crew.
and it's so great. And so, do you think your husbands next season will join the Marty,
I know Marty's out
Joe
now.
Gorga
Right.
party?
So my husband and Joe Gorga and Joe Benigno, they get along really, really well, and they've gone out before and everything. I don't think my husband's more of like a homebody than they are. They like to party a little more than he does, so I don't think it'll be quite as much as they go out together, but I already know that they've made some plans and they really enjoy being together. So definitely a little bit, yeah.
What about you?
My husband gets along with everybody. I mean, he's more of like, you know, in the work zone and a professional and not able to come to a lot of these things. But I think if he's able to come, I mean, you're going to see him tonight at Margaret's party, and he was a joy to be around. I mean, he's been getting like some slack over, on social media. Some people are saying he's strict, and of course the comments are never any fun.
Well, that was my next question. So the Bravo fan base is quite passionate, and sometimes that can be negative, especially on Twitter, social media. How do you deal with people who have no idea who you are, like judging your parenting, your career, anything like that?
For me, I feel like if it's a nasty, vulgar comment, I almost get a little bit of joy because I'm going to block and delete them.
Right.
And I think to my head, and they sit there and they think like, oh, I got under her skin. She blocked me. It's like, wait a second. Who are you? I don't even remember who you are, but yet you will forever remember me. And the next time that I have something fantastic that makes social media and makes the news, you're going to want to come to my page and see it. And guess what? You have been blocked. So whose skin did I get under? Mine or yours? I would think about that twice if I were you.
That's amazing.
So it's a little bit of a joy thing for me when I see it's like the vulgarest, nastiest comment. I'm like, yes, I got another one. Block. Oh.
What about you?
See, not me. No. So in terms of family, I've been so blessed. My children and my husband, people really seem to like them. I mean, my kids have been getting really positive feedback. Evan's not on that much, but I really have gotten no negative feedback. For me personally, I got a lot about my appearance, which before I started this, I thought I was kind of pretty. But I mean, it was like all of a sudden, everyone was like, you have a crooked face. And I'm like, I have a crooked face? So I would look in the mirror at the beginning of the season, I would look in the mirror and I'm like, crooked face, what can I do about the crooked? And then I was like, fuck it. This is my face. I don't have a crooked face, but
I would tell you.
I also haven't had a gallon of lip implants. I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking in general about Jersey girls.
This is pretty natural. I mean, I get it once a year, but I have a good face.
Right. So I have pretty natural lips, and they're not the fullest thing in the world, but I would get comments about the way my lips move and this and that. And then I think somewhere after the first few weeks of beating myself up, I realized that it will never stop no matter what you do to yourself. So I think that I'm pretty, and I hope all girls out there think that they're beautiful enough as is. Yeah. So I'm just, I learned to
Yeah, they comment on my nose. My husband's a plastic surgeon. How come he hasn't fixed my nose?
Oh my God.
This is what the face is still the same. If you look at my wedding pictures, I haven't had any plastic surgery on my face. And I have liposuction. Why don't you get liposuction? You're fat. You know what? I'm in my happy place. I'm never going to be a swimsuit model.
I'm okay with
that.
bathrooms.
I have 16 bathrums.
You'll be okay. Okay, before we let you go, one last question. You guys just filmed the reunion.
Yes.
It was your first reunion each. How did it go? What were you feeling going into it? And
are you okay?
How did you feel coming out?
I was nervous going into it. I just didn't want anyone to I don't know, whip out some private investigator file that they found something that I had no idea about, or text messages that maybe were, I don't know. I was nervous about it. It got crazy for a minute.
I mean, I wasn't nervous at all, and I went in actually being I'm cool with everyone. Nothing's going to happen today, and that is not how it went down. So stay tuned.
Wow.
How many parts do you think it's going to be? Do you guys know? Oh,
no, we don't
publicist
know.
is shut up, Claudia. Okay. Got it. Okay. Well, Real Housewives of New Jersey, new episode tonight. Very excited.
9 o'clock on Bravo.
Hopefully 3-part
9
reunion.
on Bravo.
9 o'clock on Bravo. We will be there. Are you guys going to be live tweeting?
Are we going to? Yeah, I always live tweet.
I'll be on a flight to Miami, so I won't be able to. The past few times I haven't been able to live tweet because I'm doing something, and everyone's like, oh, you're so quiet. I'm like, I don't know how to use Twitter, fuckers. Oh, sorry.
Well, make sure you tune in. Follow, what are your guys' Instagrams? Keep up with you guys on Instagram.
Jackie Goldschneider on Instagram and JG Schneid on Twitter.
Just Jennifer Aydin. Very boring. Very blah.
So it's Jennifer Aydin.
Jennifer Aydin, Aydin. It's a Turkish last name.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow with Heather McMahon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.